Thank you so much for this honor. I can't tell you how much I have talked about Sweden over the last several months since Me Too exploded. I think that you all have been a wonderful example of how the Me Too movement should grow globally. We have so much work to do around the country, around the world, to really spread the message of what the Me Too movement actually means. And you all have been at the forefront of doing that work. So I'm so honored to be honored by you. And I'm so grateful for how you have embraced this movement and this work and really embraced the true meaning of the Me Too movement. When I started doing this work back in 2007, 2006, I had no way of knowing that it would ever become what it has become today. But I did think that it would be a beacon between survivors. I did envision that it would be a way for survivors to recognize each other wherever we were, that we would see those two words and know what they meant and understand, and they would signal to from one survivor to another that I see you and I hear you and I believe you. And we have taken that idea and just multiplied it to infinity. And so I'm humbled by that, and I'm grateful for the way that the world has embraced not just the Me Too movement, but me as founder and for having vision around this particular subject. And although, there's been a lot of attention to the movement in the last 5 months, there's still so much work for us to do. People are forever asking me what's next. And I think that question is not something that we should be asking at this point. I think that we have so much to unpack around this work. I think that we have so much to do, to think about, to talk about before we move on to what's next, that we need to stay here for a little while longer. What we have coming on the horizon for the Me Too movement is to continue to do what we've been doing, to scale up the work that we started over a decade ago, which means centering survivors, making sure that the most marginalized among the survivors have access to resources so that they can craft a healing journey, because this work is really about how you start a trajectory to healing. It's about what happens after you say Me Too. The other thing that we are committed to is making sure that people have resources to do the work of ending sexual violence in their communities. And so it sounds like a huge, formidable task, and it is, but there are so many people around the world, there's so many survivors around the world, that I do believe that we can do it. And I do believe that Sweden will be at the forefront of us doing that, because you are so committed to this work, and you've been you've embraced the Me Too movement so enthusiastically. So again, I'm super grateful to you all. I'm grateful to, I hope I'm saying it right, Faktum, for this honor. And I hope to see you all in person within the next year, so I can truly say thank you to you. Heartfelt thanks from my side of the world. Thank you.